thatmovieguyUK.
With Donald Trump annoying the world and just becoming an idiot and somehow passing his medical and allegedly he's healthy. Okay, he's healthy. Very healthy guy. And annoying the media and proclaiming
fake news.
Thanks, Donald. And this has become an era of ridiculousness. We are in the 21st century and we have this idiot. But enough of my political blasphemy of your great leader. Sorry about that. But here we are. Steven Spielberg really wanted to make a piece about the Pentagon Papers, and the post is this film. If you didn't know that Ready Player One was just finished shooting as Spielberg actually received the script for this, he actually went into filming the post straight away. No real plan, he just had the script and he just went for it. And now, obviously, it makes sense for it to be in contention for the Oscars this year because you just never know if Donald Trump will be even president next year. So it's more of a political point that Spielberg really wants to make. The post follows the story of Katharine Graham, the first ever female publisher of a major American newspaper, The Washington Post, and her editor Ben Bradley, played by Tom Hanks. They are trying to race the New York Times to reveal and uncover the corruption and the cover-ups of over 3 decades of American government secrets, including the Vietnam War. Because of this race against time to publish, they actually become at risk, and Richard Nixon actually gets involved and takes them to court, and that's basically the story. It's a very educational piece, very intricate, very dialogue heavy. You feel like Spielberg didn't really have that strong of a direction in this film. He just wanted the words to flow, and the words are really the actions of the actual film. What is interesting about this is I don't really know that much about the Pentagon Papers, and I feel like I've learned a lot more about the Pentagon Papers themselves. And obviously, if you don't know, the Pentagon Papers actually was the spark that ignited the Watergate scandal against Nixon, and Nixon actually leaving the presidency. So it's a very interesting build-up to that. If you have ever seen All the President's Men, it's a very interesting prequel, I guess, to that. It's a very good film also. Will the post stand the test of time? I don't really know. I feel like at this current point in time, it's a very necessary film for us to watch, and I feel like it's a very important medium for us as press and free press to be able to express themselves. It was interesting to hear that the post actually played in the White House, and I don't actually know what Donald Trump actually thought about it. I don't think he even tweeted about it, so it's very interesting to know, or even if he actually understood what the movie was about, or even if this film was directed towards him. Who knows? The film is a bit meh, if you ask me. As interested I was, I don't think I would ever rewatch this film. The first half is just not that interesting. It's just the slow build-up of how they're going to procure the papers, and there's like a little bit of threat. Oh, Nixon knows, he's going to come for you, blah, blah, blah. Then as the papers are received and when they're digesting what they're reading, it becomes a lot more interesting. And then when we get to the third act and you're expecting this giant, grand, old Hollywood court scene, it just happens so fast, and there's no impactful scene or moment in the post that makes it a very strong film. Spielberg has a lot of duds. He's made great masterpieces, but just like Hitchcock, he can make duds, and I would say this is more of a dud-ish film. It's not as bad as Warhorse, I can tell you that much now, or the BFG, but what is important is that Spielberg got a message out and he was able to express himself. As for the performances, the 3 most notable ones obviously are Tom Hanks, Meryl Streep, and Bob Odenkirk. I really was surprised how good he was in this film. I felt like he was the driving force in the information being revealed and obviously bequeathing the documents, but I really felt he gave a lot more commitment to the role. Meryl Streep is just, as usual, on fine form, and Tom Hanks was really good. He had this interesting grit to him, and he played the character very well. I had no real connection to the characters, but 3 stellar performances from Odenkirk, Streep, and Hanks. All in all, it's a good film. it's a one watch. I wouldn't recommend to watch this if you're, if you've got a rainy day or anything like that. You definitely have to be in the mood to watch it. The post will be out from the 19th of January, which is tomorrow in the UK, and you should go check it out if you do fancy getting your political on, which is a very important thing, obviously, these days. But have you guys seen the post? Let me know. The written review, it will be on my website, www.thatmovieguy.co.uk. It's also on my letterboxd, and then there we go, guys. Diolch, danke, obrigado, merci beaucoup, and have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. I don't have tiny hands like Trump.
They had small hands. They're not small, are they? I never heard that one before.